Hey guys, in today's video I want to show you how we help the Shopify brand increase their conversion rates by a combined 400% on Shopify with 3 A/B tests, and I'll run through each of those tests in this video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nail. I'm the founder of Creative E-commerce. We are a Shopify conversion rate optimization agency, and we help Shopify brands do lots of stuff in their Shopify stores that helps them increase their average order value, their conversion rates, their bottom line essentially. Now, this is one of our clients. We ran 3 tests for them, just like I said, and we're going to run through the test one by one. So this was the first test, right? And we were able to achieve, just on this test alone, an increase in conversion rates by 70%. Revenue per visitor, was up by 61%. Average order value had a decrease of 5%. Now, sometimes you will have this situation where AOV goes down a little bit, or if you're doing an AOV heavy test, AOV might go up a lot, but conversion rates might go down a little bit. What you're looking for is a net positive here. So if conversion rates went up by 70%, but average order value went down by 5%, that means we have a net positive there because people are buying in so much more volume that the decrease in average order value doesn't really make a difference. You can see here we hit conversion rates of just over 4%, which is massive. Have a look at your conversion rates right now on your Shopify store. They're probably not close to 4%. Most brands we work with are a lot less than that, although there are sometimes exceptions. Now, the test over here that we tested for this first one was basically an above the fold test. And what we were doing was essentially shrinking the above the fold or compressing the above the fold section, I guess you could say. And basically what that means is we were bringing a lot of the trust icons, like the review stars and so on, further up on the page. So the first thing the user sees when they arrive on the page is the header, which they see on every page, the product image, and then immediately review stars. And then we have the product name and the price, in stock, etc. We also introduced these icons just below the add to cart button. These were present on the product page before, but they weren't in the above the fold section like they are now. So when you first arrived on the page, you didn't see them straight away. So we added those in as well. Um, so you can see here, based on the notes, we moved the add to cart, the price, the star rating into the initial viewport on mobile. So that just means we moved it further up on the page. And then the trust injection part, we added the trust badges directly below the add to cart button. And that was because we had determined that we had 63% low intent traffic, which we were trying to convert a higher percentage of. Now, as you saw, the test did incredibly well, increasing conversion rates by 70%, revenue per visitor up by 61%. So that's really good. And hopefully you guys can apply some of these to your own Shopify store. The above the fold section is the most important section on your Shopify store. And if you make changes there, you're more likely to see an increase in conversion rates than really in any other place on the website. There are exceptions, as you'll see as we go through some of the other tests, but generally speaking, that's what's going to get you the most bang for your buck. Now, if I go back to tests, that was test number 1. Test number 2 is very interesting, very, very interesting. And it's for an increase in conversion rates. I did not expect this at all. An increase in conversion rates by 121%. Revenue per visitor went up by 87%. And abandoned checkout rate went down by 48%. So we had like almost 50% less people abandoning their cart. All we did over here, and this is a crazy change, it was a very simple change. You wouldn't even need a developer in a lot of cases to make this change, was we changed the copy inside of the add to cart button from saying checkout now to just add to cart. So you'll see now on the live website, it says add to cart. It used to say checkout now or checkout. We just changed the copy there from checkout to add to cart. The reason being is that we thought that by having checkout now or checkout inside of the CTA, you're being a bit more aggressive and increasing a little bit of friction there. Because people are maybe thinking, well, if I click this button, I'm going to have to pay immediately. I'm going to have to hand over money now. Like it's a final decision. Whereas, and this is generally in sales, like not just online sales, but any sales, if you can get someone edging slightly closer towards actually making the purchase, the closer you can get them to the purchase before actually asking them for money, the higher the likelihood is that you'll actually get that money. So what I mean by that is if someone's a little bit hesitant and on the edge and you're like, oh look, just come inside, just come in the showroom and just take a look at the car. And then they come and they take a look at the car and then you're like, do you like it? And they're like, yeah, but it's probably out my price range. And you're like, look, I'm not asking you to buy it, mate. Just sit in the car, just tell me what you think about it. And they sit in the car and they're like, man, it's really nice, but it feels really expensive. Then you're like, look, don't worry about the price. I just want your opinion right now. I just want to, figure out what it is you like and what it is you don't like, and I can make a recommendation based on that. Let's take it for a test drive. And then you go for a test drive, and then you do this, and then you do that, and you get closer and closer to the end. And then once you get to the end, you're like, look, by the way, I know it's a little bit expensive, but we do have a payment plan. We can probably work something out. Would you be interested in making that purchase? You're going to have a much higher likelihood of closing that lead than if at the front door, they're like, man, it's, I just don't want to spend money today. And you're just like, come on, man, just sign the contract, transfer the money, etc. So that's what we felt like this button really did, softening it from checkout now to add to cart. And as I said, great results here, 121% increase in conversion rates, which was a bit mental. Now, I'm going to switch back to the final test here. And this one saw the biggest increase. Oh, excuse me, sorry, that was the wrong one. This one saw the biggest increase. We saw an increase in conversion rates of 268% here, and revenue per visitor went up by 207%. So a massive increase. This is like almost tripling the size of your business from a conversion rate point of view. From a revenue per visitor point of view, it's doubling. Like these are massive increases. And again, a very simple thing that you don't even need a developer to do. All we did, guys, was inside of the menu item, inside of the mobile menu, we added in this Learn More button. So you can click on the Learn More, find out a bit more about the product, and then after that, if you wanted to, you could go make a purchase. And adding that into the menu, so many more people started visiting the Learn More page, and as a consequence, started converting because they had more information about the product. And this shows a number of things, one of which being that you need to educate people before you make that ask. It's not just always about desire. They need to kind of know a little bit more about what makes you guys special. They need to know why the product works so well. They need to know why it's a good thing before they hand over money. So between these tests, we had a 270% increase here, 120% increase on the other one, so that's around 390%. And then we also had the 70% increase on the other test. It's well over a 400% increase combined of conversion rates on the Shopify store. And that's life-changing for a business, right? Because if you could quadruple the size of your business just by improving your website, imagine what you'd do with 4 times as much revenue, with 4 times as much profit, with 4 times as many sales. It could change your life just by improving your website. If you guys would like help on your Shopify store, then we have a bunch of links in the description. Otherwise, I wish you guys all the best and hopefully catch you in the next one.